This is my phone. I just lost it and I just found it. So the real experience today that I went through from the moment I found out that I didn't have my phone with me. At that time, immediately, I kind of worry, but not worry too much, because I thought to myself, my mind thinking that, well, if it's lost, it's lost. If it's still there somewhere, I will find it. So, but I think a little about the future, that I am going to have another trip driving to San Jose with some Dhamma friend, and I will be the driver. How can I drive if I lost my driver license? And then I think about, when I get home right away, I will have to go to DMV, ask for the temporary one. And then I think, if I don't have the driver license, how can I get on the airplane? So my thinking just went on and on from one thing to the other in the future. And then I said, well. And then we had a few jobs. I actually very lucky that I have Cindy and I have Al with me at the time. So the frequency of all three of us maybe helped me less worry. But and then later I thought, well, I just learned about the creative truth. Still have my life. This one is part of my life, but it doesn't matter if it's lost, because I still have my own life with my body and mind. And then we start searching back, and I straight my mind back to where I had it last. And finally, with Cindy and our help, we get back to the same place. And that only 3 places I went. So Cindy went to one, I got to the bathroom, and there I went to the one I used. I found the receipt that I bought the medication at the last time I paid by my card. So that evidence that for sure I left it there. So we start calling the security to check, and finally we walk to the the security's office, and then the what? Guest service office. Guest service. The guest service. Oh, the guest service. Well, I call it the security service anyway. And then the lady behind the counter called this up. Oh my gosh, oh my Buddha. my happiness has filled through my body and mind. Well, that's it, that I found it. It's probably I didn't have the experience to taste the non-self experience, but this is one of the experience that I feel much less worry about losing something that I just bought about a month ago. Yes, and I'm so happy.
iPhone 16.
So my old one is from 8 Plus, which is 8 years ago. Yeah, I didn't want to change to the new phone unless the old one doesn't work. So my old one cannot be charged the battery die out. I replaced the battery. The contact didn't work, so I cannot use the phone. That's the only reason I have to buy a new one. And yeah, it happened. So that's it. But but the important thing is I start experience things that I look back into my mind and see what's happening in there when things happen. Yes, and I can control my mind. Yes.
One thing, right? Mai thì cứ cả, mai là cứ cùng cả. I just have a question. I mean, like, to me, what happened is, really great. It turned out to be a good one. But Seattle, like those things happen, right? Bad things happen, and a lot of thought, you know, rush in. Just like my situation, she started thinking about, what happened to my ID, what happened if am I able to fly back? Yeah, I think that that's very normal thing, right? I mean, she been a meditator for quite some time already. So in that case, I can see myself, like the thought start popping up. What happened? What if? What if? Start worrying about the future. How should we, we know that that's a normal thing, but in the meanwhile, it shows who we are. How can we, make the best out of from that situation?
I have 17 years of doing good deeds with many people. Many news about losing handset like this. Because there are also over 4,000 people in the power center. Many people are using a handset because of political change in Myanmar. There are many problems in the country. Many handsets were stolen. So for me, I received the message or information about stolen handset or losing their phone like this. Concerned with this problem, I just control the mind. Even my smartphone, maybe Samsung, was stolen. I have been using smartphone for many years, but only that time, because of my mistake. Because when I sleep at night, I open the window. I sleep upstairs, but the thief trying to climb up the upstairs from the roof, and then he trying to steal a handset. The handset is near the window. That's the problem. For me, I have many experience of about stealing smartphone like this. At that time, I was busy. At that night, I was busy, and then I forget not to put near the window, and then my phone was lost when I get up in the morning. So I have many experience. I never get back that smartphone. But for me, that's why I'm trying to be careful, not to lose again in the future. But when I lost my smartphone, I'm just trying to control the mind. I don't emphasize to get it back. I'm just trying to get a good lesson, not to happen like this in the future. I have been solving the problems of the other the same like this. Some of the monks or nuns cannot endure losing their phone. In this way, they were angry. They were trying to make problem even to me because it happened in the power center. That's why I'm the founder. So they may want to accuse to do something for them. For some people, I have to arrange as much as I can, but I cannot be bad for everyone. But I just need to explain like this. We are sure to die. We must lose even our life. Losing our belonging is not strange. We must prepare to endure losing everything and even our life. Besides, because of taking the belongings of the other in the past life or this life, we got the same reaction for sure. This is solving the problem with right understanding. I myself have been using to solve this kind of problem for over 20 years continuously. Yesterday, we went to Swatmeet, and then at that time, what I understand is, I'll get me back the phone and the phone stand. So what I remember is I already take. He gave me back, so I already take. And then when I bought the chair and mirror, what I understand is I put it on the table. That is what I think, what I talk. But I don't remember. I think I forgot to take it back. That's why I think the phone left at the shop. That's why I try to go back and to find the handset. Maybe my misunderstanding, but I don't know about him. But when later I receive information, my phone is together with Al. So the problem is already solved. It used to happen like this. If I emphasize on something urgent, I may used to happen sometime. One time at the airport, I'm using the handset. When someone called me, I left it on the table. So later I remember, and then I went and take it. It used to happen because when I travel with many people, that's why there are also many things to do, many problems. At that time, I used to forget like this. So yesterday, I think I forget it, my smartphone, but we are doing good deeds together. That's why someone like Al may take it back, but I forget it. That is the way I have been solving the problem. What I understand is not sure. When I remember that 16 Pro Max, I cannot find in my pocket, in my bag. So what I understand is I already take it from Al. That's why the handset must to be together with me. But I could not find. In this way, I may leave it at the shop, and then I try to find it. I don't worry. I don't worry. I may lose my phone, but I know my weakness. Sometimes I used to leave it somewhere, and then later I go and find it. It used to find it again. So yesterday I don't worry, but I don't want to make problems to the other. Maybe someone keep it and he may take it. For that we may be busy. I don't worry to lose the handset because I dare to lose everything, even my life. That's why I don't worry, but I don't want to be busy. We are visitor here. That's why I went and tried to find the handset. At that time, I could not call to Al also. But I have been solving the problem like this. We are not sure. We don't need to worry. If I worry, I may lose. Because of my worry, because not sure, someone take it or someone take it intentionally, or I may lose my phone is not sure. That's why for me, I can accept uncertainty. I can accept I can accept whatever good or bad as it is. I don't want to lose it, but even if I lose it, I can accept it. That's why I can control my mind. Because of controlling the mind, not only my mind. When I touch your message, you lost your phone and haven't found yet, I don't worry for that. I'm able to control the mind. Because many people report me like that. Someone is nearly dying or there are problems concerned with the police or something. I have been solving many problems just by controlling the mind. For them, for my followers, if they send me the message like this, they believe it can be better or it can be okay because of their experience. That's why I'm busy to read the emergency message like this nearly very often, nearly all the time. What I can do is just controlling the mind concerned with this problem because not sure. Someone may be suffering serious sickness but not dead yet, not dying yet. This way, I don't worry to die. I don't worry to lose something. I don't worry to happen something bad. And in this way, I can solve many problems. I can help many people. This is my skill, just adjusting, making balance the mind from bad to good, unstable to stable, worry to no worry. This kind of solving the problem is really fatigue, concerned with the problem, Bodh Gaya at Power Center. The same, I don't worry for the money. In this way, there may be solution in time. If I could not control my mind, there will be problem for sure. Because I trying just controlling the mind, not the money, not the land, not someone, just the mind. Concerned with the money, the mind concerned with the land, or the mind concerned with someone. In this way, there will be good result nearly most of the time. Maybe 90% or 95%, there will be good result. There will be solution for sure. But for most of the people in the society, they are not controlling the mind in this way. They may have problem for sure about 90% or 95%. They may lose their belongings or they may face big difficulties like this.
Sarah, from what you just said, what you just shared, it raised a question that how powerful the mind is. Don't even let the bad thought, don't let it happen at all. Because like you said it, Sarah, if you thought out, if you let it thought, negative thought came to your mind, there's a chance it will happen.
Yes.
And most people, simply put, we couldn't do that. Like it went to, sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. Because of, my find so powerful for the normal people who don't practice the meditation. Bad thought and good thought always, come in and come out. But why you emphasize on, you don't let it happen, the bad thing in your mind.
Before I meditate, I could not control bad thought, bad experience because there is attachment. Most of the attachment concerned with bad experience, bad action. That's why I'm not satisfied even with myself. When I practice meditation, I can learn a lot from Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. In this way, compare with physical and verbal action, mental action is the most important. With this right understanding, I try to control the mind by detaching from physical and verbal action. Before I meditate, I don't understand to control the mind. That's why I will control my physical action. I will control physical and verbal action of myself and the other. When I practice meditation, I try to control the mind most of the time. I detaching from controlling physical and verbal action of myself and the other. That's why if someone is in the war situation concerned with business or healthcare, I can detach from that experience. And then I can emphasize only not to worry, not to have bad view concerned with that person or happening. In this way, I can help many people because they are not skillful to control their mind. So if they call me or send me message, or if they are thinking about me, or if they are listening my teaching, they became more easy not to reduce their worry, fear, that view. In this way, he can be better, he can survive. In the beginning of practicing and teaching like this, we are difficult, but in the long term, it became more and more easy. That's why Buddha Dhamma and Sangha is really useful to control mind of ourselves and the others. Our parents, our teacher are not helpful to do like this. Only Buddha Dhamma and Sangha is really helpful to control the mind to be stable and pure. We need to practice, we need to understand and practice like this. Seriously, continuously, freely. No need to worry, even for the Third World War also. No need to worry for the natural disaster. No need to worry for the finance. By doing good deeds like this, one after another, we must not accept that view. Besides, we must do good deeds continuously, seriously like this. In this way, we can be free from world war or natural disaster or financial problem. For sure. It will take time, but we are sure to be safe, step by step. Even if there is world war, we can survive. We can detach. So no need to worry. Even if there is natural disaster, we are safe. If we can detach, if we don't worry. But if we worry, we may be victim.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for sharing. On the way back, she said, oh, I got something to share right now. Let me share.
So when she lost her phone, I can sense a little bit of worries, but very quickly I started to be mindful of my thoughts and how I feel. But it was very calm, and not much disturbances go inside of me. I can detach from your problem, but at the same time, because I have experienced great loss, loss that is, and the uncertainties of what the results will be. Like whether you will find your phone or how will you make it out. And the pattern of thoughts about the future, what would it be like if I don't have my driver license, my phone? I experienced that, but to a much larger scale. Like if this happened to me, what will happen? What will happen? So the greater the loss, the more powerful the mind becomes, that it pulls you, the fear pulls you into imagining all sort of, bad scenarios that could happen. And at that time, if the mind became so strong that it almost drive me crazy. And the only way for me to detach from it was to rely on Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So that whole time, in order for me to detach about my problems and my worries and my fear, I think about Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Totally focus on that so that I can detach from the worriness. And when you rely on Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha and you detach from the problems, the results is really not a problem anymore. You only find solutions, but no longer reacting. So because of that past experience, when what happened today, I can understand the sequences of the mind, that what it goes through. But I cannot control your mind. I can be there and support you, but I always observe my mind, how I would react to it. Before I get really upset at people who forget. Even if you're old, young, I will get upset at you because how could you forget this and how could you forget that? But then I didn't get upset. That was my main object, was to watch my mind. And the mind was just flat. It was just finding the solution for you, but not feeling so much of unwholesome feelings. And I think that experience is the past experience, even though it was bad, it was very helpful for the future bad experience. For most people that have gone through a lot of losses, the little things just doesn't trigger them. They remain very calm because of the great loss. But the important thing is, if you go through that bad experience, you have to know exactly how you were in those experiences. Otherwise, it will repeat again. If you didn't know how crazy your mind and how it controlled you and detach, you will experience that again. So the people that learn through that bad experience truly learn about how their mind works. You have to learn how your mind works through those situations. Once they learn how their mind works, it's very difficult for them to be controlled by the mind. It takes a lot more. The situation has to be escalated to a higher level. like the mind has to be trickier, or it has to manifest in a very strong condition for them to shake. So even though bad experience was bad, it's also a really great learning lesson, and it's a great buffer. You know, it protects you from being taken over by your own mind. So when I contemplate on my past experience and yours today, the mind operates the same way. You know, when they experience loss, it feels the same way. When it create future things, it behaves the same way. When they analyze, they do it the same way. So now looking back, I think the best lesson for me was to learn about my mind during those really difficult times, you know. And because it's like you learn a skill set that it can never be taken away from you, and it's very useful in the future for you to go through different scenarios. And then I think about forgetfulness. I live with two people who forget things all the time. Like John and his daughter have a mind condition that they cannot remember. Even the little ones cannot remember to go to the bathroom. And, you know, John just cannot remember important things. He will miss his flights. He will miss airports. He will miss his own wedding day. He will miss it because he cannot remember. And the little one cannot remember when she has to eat or when she has to go to the bathroom. So living with the two of them is very difficult for me because you have to practice to detach. Otherwise you will get so upset because you become overwhelming. So the practicing of detachment it's every day facing that. Sometimes you can, sometimes you cannot. And I don't know what the cause is for the people who are born with condition that they can't remember. And I really don't know how to help them. I can practice detaching from their problems, but I don't know how to help them solve their problems because I know that they will run into really big problems later on. I just don't know what the cause were and how to help the people with this kind of problem so that they have a sense of control of their mind. Because right now the mind is just scattered everywhere and cannot remember, cannot focus. So maybe Seattle can answer the question, what caused someone to not be able to focus or remember, and how we can help them overcome this problem.
Ignorance and attachment are the cause of good and bad experience or action. So if we can reduce our own ignorance and attachment, or if we can change from ignorance and attachment of our own into mindfulness and detachment, there will be less and less problem like this for sure. Meditation can solve all the problem, can answer all the questions, can cure all the disease. The other things are not sure. Meditation is sure. The real problem is attachment on not remembering small things and big things. As long as there is attachment, it will happen the same in the future also. As long as we can detach from the attachment of forgetting small and big things, there will be less and less mistake like this. It will take time. If we trying to solve the problem with this right understanding.
They don't meditate.
They can, but you are concerned with them, so you can do. They can support. They can support you, they can support the other meditator and meditation teacher. If we want to fulfill our need, we must fulfill the need of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and the other. This is the way I have been using for many years to answer the question, to fulfill the need of modern Buddhism and people in the society. We just need to understand and do good deeds like this. In this way, we are sure to solve, to reduce the problem, to solve the problem in the right time.
So the attachment on forgetting is on the unconscious level, subconscious level. But if you don't practice mindfulness, they will never be able to see that attachment, and the forgetting continue and continue, generation after generation. So the only way they can do is indirectly support meditators, like you said, indirectly.
Yes.
To support people who practice mindfulness and detachment.
If they do like this, they will understand. If they understand, they will do more. they need to detach, especially from themselves, from self. They need to detach from someone, something, sometime, and someplace for sure. Attachment is the cause of attachment on something or forgetting, not remembering on big or small event like this. So they attach on something like this. So if they can reduce their attachment, there will be less forgetting for sure. The stronger the attachment is, there will be more forgetting like this.
So would it be helpful to teach them methods to remember, like writing down or a reminder, like a watch to remind? So the more they can remember, the more they can detach from forgetting.
Yes?
It helps. It helps. You know, like the way I see the situation, you know, there's a lot of things in life, you know, as long as, you know, status quo maintain it, that's the best thing for some people they can do, you know, not to get worse. Just like you said, there's a generational, you know, maybe believe in, you know, listen, whoever listen here, you know, like believe in, you know, karma, right? I mean, it's not a coincidence, you know, born in that family, turn out to be that kind of have a disease or physical deformity, right? So in that case, you know, I mean, they'll mention that, you know, indirectly, they don't understand Dharma or they don't understand the value of the Sangha, so they're not willing to donate. So we, right, we donate for them, you know, sharing the merit pretty much same, but now we are doing this for them while they were alive. And sometimes I feel like not to get war is the best thing we can do for them. Just like David, you know, for him, you know, like thriving in the society is another level. For him, you know, to minimize his drinking is the best thing he can do. That's the way I see it. For him, same thing too. His grandfather died from alcohol. His father is the same thing, functional alcoholic, you know, go to work, nighttime, he do it again. So for, in this case, David case got worse. You know, like he many times, you know, really that experience, it didn't change him also. In a Thai prison, 18 men, like back to back, the whole room is packed. At that time, he just remembered that, oh, you know, I need to meditate. Other than that, he couldn't find them the process are crowded. So he started meditating. So he survived 18 months. But as soon as he got out, the day he got deported back to America, on that night, he came back again. Same as you.
Some people are difficult to forget. So some people are difficult because of forgetting. Both are caused by attachment, ignorance and attachment. So we need to detach from both of not forgetting and forgetting condition.
That's a side effect of not forgetting. You don't forget everything easily.
You forgive very easily because you don't remember.
That's why if we are doing good deeds with teamwork like this, there will be balance. Some people are really strong attachment. difficult to forget something easily. Some people may be easy to forget. If they work together, there will be balance. Some people are speaking nearly all the time. Some people may speak only a few. So combination like this is also solving the problem to be balanced between two opposite conditions.
I lost my phone in the cruise. That I put on the TV. They change the TV, 3 TV. I forgot with it, my phone. And employee found it. People did that. After 1 hour again. Before, after 30 minutes, I remember I go to there. They say, okay, they check the CD camera. And they say that they found it anywhere. You come in waste half an hour and clean that. After 1 hour, the employee found it and they prepare it. Excuse me,
No, Seattle, today when they told me that a limousine came and picked you up, it really strengthened my belief in the good deeds that we do. You know, I have known you since July of last year, and I have seen you going to places where you don't know anybody, or nobody knows you, but somehow they will show up. They will come to you and offer their help or guide you in certain ways. So even when you were in Hawaii, we didn't know anybody, but I can see that the yogis will come, and this yogi will help you with this, the other yogi will help you with that. And it's really amazing. And there are things that I don't think you can escape. Like, I didn't think you would survive, but you did. You know? And
this morning at the Chinese temple, you said no briefing. Maybe they don't like this, right?
yeah,
After Seattle raised.
yeah. So they specifically said no Dharma talk, you know. So and then when Seattle was like, okay, everybody get here, we will talk, and I was like, oh my God, he's gonna kill us. Like, he is going to throw you out, Seattle. Like, but you know, the power of Dhamma is really powerful. It changes the people there, and it protects the person who is delivering Dhamma. You know, I can see there was no resistance at all. There was no, there was no fighting. But there was people who understood, like who received. There were people who received the teaching, and therefore we were successful, and you as a Dhamma worker was protected, and the condition lined up for you. The condition was never planned like that. It was just planned for you to eat, get up, and go. But the conditions somehow play out that, like, my true desire was for them to listen even 1 or 2 sentences of Dhamma, even a little bit would be very helpful. And my whole desire was not to receive food, but for them to receive teaching. And it was wonderful how the conditions all align and people just follow. Seattle say, go sit, and they all sit. And I was like, oh, please, Seattle, don't say chanting, like, please say chant, like, don't say attachment to chanting. But it was, every day, following you, it reinforces my belief in Dhamma and working for Dhamma. And Dhamma will work for you in return. So today when I saw you in a limousine, I said, what is this? Like, did Dewa sent to pick him up? Because it was raining. And we think you will be soaked and you will, a lot of inconvenience. But you ride in like a king, right? And everybody just, and she was working for Dhamma. All of us was working for Dhamma and doing good deeds. And so we were all protected. We were all being protected in every way. And it makes me very strong belief in what we do and what we should continue to do. This morning when Seattle said that we can never achieve enlightenment if we cannot detach from our social activities, from our own ignorance. It was very saddening for me because I know that you saw the road, but you cannot detach. Like, I cannot become a nun. I cannot go that route. Even knowing that that is the way, it is very saddening. It was sad. And to see all this layout is, I can't explain what it is, but I know for sure what needs to be done. What is the right way to do? What is the right way? And you set an example for all of us. You don't teach by the literature, by the Buddhist literature, but you show me actually, personally, the magical of Dhamma and living Dhamma and working for Dhamma. You show it to me very clearly, and I'm very grateful for your work, for being the example, truly representing Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Buddha passed away already, but you are truly a representation of him. And we're very thankful that we met you and to see that example alive. Yeah. The limousine was a groundbreaker. And I told your brother is something else. I don't think he's human. He's not normal. But yes, the true power of doing good deeds.
Even Hawaii trip also before Bao Chamber, so nothing arranged for the detailing, right? So this all happened. Firstly, you have to arrange with the Bao Chamber first, and then Bao Chamber master saw him and invite you here.
Yeah.
So all are amazing.
And Wasa, and
amazing,
remember
right?
Wasa.
So nobody arranged for nobody.
Yeah.
But Sierra is just, it's okay, so invite and then all happened.
And I remember when Seattle say we're gonna do Wasa in Baguang, and I was like, yeah, that's no way it's gonna happen. That temple is not gonna let you do Wasa there. But I went and asked, And he said no. He's like, no, like Wasa's 10 days, not 3 months. And I actually use my business mind to convince him. And I said, your temple is not doing well. And the power of the Sangha being there for 3 months is beyond what you can comprehend. It's beyond what you and I can predict. And it can only do you good. It can never do you, because you cannot get any worse. This place cannot get any worse. So it can only get better. So and imagine just one monk come into the temple and teach a meditation retreat, the merits, the power of that retreat. Now you have 50 monks who go there for 3 months. Imagine that power. You and I, it's beyond our understanding. And he thought about it and, say, okay, we have conditions for now. Okay, but you need to satisfy all this. It's like, okay, And so whatever that is set out to do good deeds and to propagate Dhamma, I think there will always be a way. Right place, right time, the right people will come. As long as it's doing it not for us, but do it for everyone. So living that experience, you
already show just cause and effect. Sarah want to make a new center in US, but Sarah's decision is helping to the other for the need people in the India and Myanmar. For what? For the new center for America.
yes, indirectly.
Indirectly. We make the good deeds in there, helping the people. There's a cost. Maybe affect maybe. We are understanding about the indirect way. Oh, Sarah doing like that.
This morning there was a female yogi. She never meditated before, She sat down and she listened to one of your teaching, one morning of guided meditation, the one that owned the clothing factory. And before you left, she told me that, can he be my teacher? Can he be my master? I said, yeah, on Sunday, you just come and, ask him to accept you as his follower. She said, really? Do I have to bring anything like offering? And no, just go. And so she offered lunch for Saturday. And then Sunday, she said she will come, but she wants to have a formal acceptance that you are her teacher, you are her master. But I didn't think she understand anything you were talking about, but she understood it. Like, most of the times I would translate and I'm not sure if the new meditator would understand, but amazingly they understand. They don't know why they understand, but they did. The husband does not meditate. Yeah.
Before we met,
Yeah.
I say bye to him, and they said, "Come to listen to the Dhamma talk. I see you there."
Yeah.
and then he just okay, and I don't know if he come around.
Yeah, but you'd be amazed at their past good calls. They can just hear one, and then they understood.
Yeah, past calls.
Yeah, past calls. They don't know. They just like
maybe they are the relatives of past lives.
And yeah, there was like 2 yogis here. When Ziada teach, they go, oh goodness. But they got it. It's almost like not on the conscious level, but unconsciously. They understood it unconsciously. So maybe your way of teaching is teaching into the inner mind, not the outer mind. I see that changes deep into the inner mind, right?
If I were you, I would teach them. It's very costly. Maybe a Seattle student.
That's what I told her. I say before you get to him, you have to treat all of us. We are the older ones. So, you need to bring us stuff, you know.
Yeah, I would say like, oh, the costly, the price, nothing. It's costly. Nothing is costly.
But today I was thinking about the cost because of me losing the phone. Then everybody's there waiting for you to translate, and then Saturday was waiting too, and everybody is waiting at the beach for both of you to come back. And then I said, oh my gosh, if I share my experience, the first thing I have to say sorry to everyone, to everyone. but then after that, you talk about Sarah got the limousine to pick up and everything. I said, oh, then this is not my fault. This is the cause and effect. It shows the reality.
But you know, you lost your thing, but you were able to get it back, right? I have lost many things that I never get back. Like, I forgot things too, I never got back. Now, I knew that I have stolen stuff from people before. You know, I even in my work right now, I have to be very careful because stealing is not just about stealing materials. It's also about stealing intelligence, the work that doesn't belong to you. You know, some of the creative things or the things that you create or you did, you have to, even the precepts, you have to keep the precepts, not to take other people's, just a single writing, a single paperwork that they did, you cannot claim that it's yours. Because I know that I have stolen many things from other people, including materials and including intellectual work. A lot of my intellectual work were stolen. And because I have stolen, and I remember when I was young, even when I was a kid, I would write poetry and I will put my name on it. Like I will copy poetry and I will put my name on it. Or I will copy the boys next to me, his homework. Like I will copy his work. And so you can see the cause of using other people's work. And so in my life, when people take things from me, my intellectual work, and people steal my belongings because I stole theirs, so keeping these precepts and understanding the law of cause and effect is so important, not just in Dhamma, but in every activities. And as a translator, today I was listening to one of the Seattle's teaching on Zoom because they had asked me to translate for that course before, but then I said I'm going to be in Hawaii, I will be busy. So they asked another translator, and so I went on to listen, and the translation was completely off. Like Seattle will say one thing and they will put in their own understanding, their own teaching, not directly translating the teaching. So that is also stealing. Like stealing someone else's enlightenment or intelligence and claim it as yours, and also lying about the truth of what they speak and misinterpret it. So in all the actions, you can see how details, like you have to be so mindful at all this cause and effect. Otherwise, we make the mistakes in everything, you know, verbal, mental, and your mind. So, and the monks have 250 precepts. We have 5. So I don't know how you will keep all these precepts. I don't know how you will remember all this and to live by that every day when we ourselves break precepts every day in our physical, mental, verbal action. And so we continue to create the bad cause. Even unintentionally or unconsciously, we create them. It's just now everything has to be so, not really attaching, but very mindful. It's like a gatekeeper, you know, very mindful of what goes in your mind and how it,
area of mental, physical,
yeah, and how it
verbal.
transfer into your verbal and your physical. It's almost guarding them all the time.
It's a good, thing you mentioned. But I just said it like a few minutes ago. Even though even translation, it could be misinterpreted, But the true intention is, right? You want to help. Any translator want to help. They are not charging anything. They do it for free. I mean, they helping you. Maybe like the intention, my intention more important than the wrong translation. But like the best scenario is like physical and verbal, even mental, even though not only the intention, you are able to do it right. That's the way we studied it. We're getting better and better.
So Seattle, if there's a physical action and there's a verbal action with no intention, so how would the effect be if there was no intention? For example, someone accidentally killed somebody. They have no intention to do so. Versus somebody who has the intention to kill. So would it be created karma if the intention was not there?
Intention is kind of karma, right?
Yeah, there's
Intention is the karma.
so there's physical, verbal, and intention. Your mental. So would it equates to results if there was no intention in the mind? The mind was not set to do so.
If we kill someone intentionally, we will be killed in return intentionally. The same action and reaction. If we kill someone unintentionally, we will be killed in return unintentionally. This is the law of karma. Sure.
Action and reaction.
Yes.
Just action and reaction.
The law of the government may change from one time to time, from one country to another, but the law of karma is the same. So if we don't want to be killed, we should be careful not to destroy the life of any living beings. Even if we are practicing with this right understanding, we can be killed because of our past karma. We may not kill, we may not destroy the life of any living beings from now on, but in the past samsara, we are sure. We already destroyed the life of many living beings. We may be king or president, and then there will be war between the country or civil war. That's why many people will be killed because of us as a leader of the country. Or in this way, really difficult not to kill living beings for sure as a lay person. But as a religious person, more easy to not to destroy the life of living beings. But we must prepare for our past karma for sure. But we are not sure what will happen. What will happen in the future, what time it will happen, how it will happen, we cannot say for sure. That's why we are safe to do good deeds like this. I have been doing good deeds with this right understanding from 1999 till now. The politics of the country is not stable. For most of the time, that's why nothing is stable in the country. No one is safe. Nothing is safe. But I can successfully establish the power center, and then I can extend one after another. I can protect not only the power center, but also the people in the society also. Many people are safe concerned with me and the power center. This is the power of doing good deeds without limit together.
But they are the highest, the goodies of the, you can stop the karma of the new cause. You can stop by the only real vipassana, right?
Vipassana is the highest good deeds. Because of detachment also. Mindfulness is reducing ignorance. Detachment is reducing the power of attachment of the mind. So the ignorance and attachment are mostly concerned with the mind. So our own ignorance and attachment are the real enemies, the real problems creator. So if we can reduce or detach from our own ignorance and attachment, we are safe for sure. Even if we are not safe, we can detach, we can endure, we can understand cause and effect. Like this. That's why I emphasize mainly on vipassana rather than concentration. I calculate if I practice concentration, I cannot save greater merits. If I teach concentration, I cannot save the same, not much merits than vipassana. That's why I will practice and teach mainly vipassana.
That's why one of the reasons why I follow to say so I get the real vipassana. Yeah. And the sight is there are many good deeds too. But mainly, the highest good deed is there give the another vipassana samadhi. That's why one of the reasons why I just follow this here.
So, are you coming back to this life?
Time will answer. time is the best physician for all the disease. Time is the best fortune teller for all the questions.